what's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're going to be doing a video on Ashley Dalton, and apparently there's a woman that was celibate, and she decided to let her boyfriend move in after 2 weeks of dating. Now, I want you guys to hear this shit, and, yeah.
Brooks, welcome in.
I'm literally over here crying over a boy right now, and then I just see you on live, and you're like, anybody want to come up here? It's perfect. How are you?
I'm good. You're beautiful. Why are you crying over a boy?
Okay, I'm gonna put some lip gloss on first, because we just gotta get right. I was over there, tearing up a little bit. Well, okay, I was in a relationship recently. I just got a relationship. It's been about like a week now. When I got with this guy, I really thought that, I don't know, within 3 days of us meeting, he invited me out of the country with him and his family. Yeah, he did. He invited me out of the country with his family, and it was a big group of them. They were going to Jamaica. I told him I didn't have a passport, because I did, but I had lost my passport. I was like, and the trip was literally less than 30 days away. And his family was like, it's okay. Like, we'll get it for you. Like, you'll be fine. And I literally got my passport 4 days before we left to go to Jamaica. And I went to Jamaica with him and his family.
Is he Jamaican?
No, he's black. His family's black. His dad is a lawyer. His mom is in the school system. She's a vice principal. They own a daycare. He went to college for I can't, y'all, my brain is so, my head is flustered from this situation because it's still actively going on. But he went to college for accounting. I mean, I should have known that there was a red flag, because although he had a degree in accounting, he wasn't working in accounting, but he was the controller for his family's business. So I got this passport, and the whole time we were kind of like, am I going to get the passport in time? Am I going to get the passport in time? Because I didn't get it until 3 days before. I go to Jamaica with this man and his family and a big group of their friends. And me and him, I don't know these people. I don't know any of these people. I barely know his family. I barely know him, right? Like, we just got together. And for the most part, it was a decent trip. The second to the last day, he got extremely, extremely drunk, and he fell and broke his tooth, which that happens. But then he snapped and he went completely ballistic.
Hold on. Now, before we allow her to say how he went crazy and all that bullshit, I want to rewind it back just about 40 seconds to a minute. Now, there's something I want you guys to hear again.
I can't, y'all, my brain is so, my head is flustered from this situation because it's still actively going on. But he went to college for accounting. I mean, I should have known that there was a red flag, because although he had a degree in accounting, he wasn't working in accounting, but...
Okay, first, red flag number one. She should have known it was a red flag because he didn't work in accounting and he has a degree in accounting. Okay, ma'am, let's be honest here. A lot of you women got degrees and bullshit. Got bullshit degrees, and y'all not even doing the same job that y'all went to school for. So therefore, your point is void. I really love how she just tried to say that this man's a red flag because he's not working in accounting. He has a degree in accounting. Meanwhile, you broads got degrees in social studies, and y'all not even social studies teachers. Y'all got damn masters in you got a masters MBA or masters in business, and none of y'all got businesses. But let that tell it.
He was the controller for his family's business. So I got this passport.
Okay, so let's look that up. Okay, controller of a business. What the fuck does that mean? What does it mean to be a controller of a business? Okay, So a controller oversees an organization's daily accounting operations. What is that? Organizations daily accounting operations, including the accounting, payroll, accounts payable, and excuse me, excuse me, including accounting, payroll, accounts payable, and accounts receivable departments. The controller also helps guide a company's strategic financial decisions, and therefore integral is integral into the financial health of the firm. A business controller, also known as a financial controller, is a leader of the accounting team who manages a company's finances and is responsible for its financial health. So, accounting. You are a stupid bitch. I'ma just say that. You are stupid. I could tell when you first opened your damn mouth that your elevator was stuck on a negative 44th floor. But Jesus Murphy, I didn't think you was stuck on negative 100th. I did not know that. Damn, thanks for proving me wrong again.
And the whole time we were kind of like, am I going to get the passport in time? Am I going to get the passport in time? Because I didn't get it until 3 days before. I go to Jamaica with this man and his family and a big group of their friends. And me and him, I don't know these people. I don't know any of these people. I barely know his family. I barely know him, right? Like, we just got together. And for the most part, it was a decent trip. The second to the last day, he got extremely, extremely drunk and he fell and broke his tooth, which that happens. But then he snapped and he went completely ballistic. He destroyed our entire hotel room. He ran around the resort like a maniac. Like, people were thinking he was going to get put in jail because of the way he was like acting. And this is a guy that never really showed emotion. He was so monotone and mellow, like never really showed high excitement, never really like none of that the whole time. This is the first time I'm really even seeing emotions from him at all. And he's going, I mean, crazy, running up on strangers, like, and I finally found his parents, and his parents were able to calm him down. And his mother was like, that I should break up with him. She told me to break up with him. She said he needs to come back home. Oh, and I skipped the part where he had started staying with me.
So when did he start staying with you within the month of you guys meeting? What day? Was it day 3 out of 30, day 4 out of 30? When did he decide to stay with you and move in with you?
It was 2 weeks. 2 weeks
So,
within us talking.
so 2 weeks into meeting a stranger, you let him move in with you.
Well, at first it was just him staying, and then he kept, and we were not having sex either.
You said 2 weeks after you start dating. You don't know the man. You let him stay over. First of all, hold up, wait a minute. My damn computer is acting up. It's giving me an equation. We all know A plus B equals C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay? So, my calculations. Okay? A squared equals, you are letting this man stay over your house after 2 weeks of meeting each other. B squared, you go on the damn vacation with this man and his family, and you barely know the man and him. Equals C squared. This shit don't make no fucking sense. Either A, you're lying. B, you on that bullshit. C, you dumb as fuck. Or D, you don't know what the hell you doing and you just delusional. Or E, all the fucking above. Which one you do it? Which one do you think I choose? Ding-ding-ding-ding. She dumb. It and AKA E. all the fucking above.
I never had sex with this man one time. He knows that I was celibate.
Before we get to sex about that, I'm just thinking a stranger in your house that you don't know anything about. And you like, dang, yeah, he could have robbed you, he could have tied you up, is what I'm saying, and he stayed in your house.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And he was buying me like everything, just paying for everything. Like I'm not paying for really anything. He's paying for everything. I also don't drive. And that was the thing too, because I told him that I didn't want him to stay with me. And he was just like, I can make your life easier. I'll be taking you to work. Everything's fine. And I was going to his house too, and his family's house, like meeting his parents. So even still, it's not okay. But in my mind, and that I don't know why I thought it was okay. We get back from Jamaica after him going ballistic, and I don't break up with him after him going crazy like that. But then I lose my job. When I lose my job, I had just paid rent. And I said, okay, well, next month, are you going to be able to pay the rent? And he said, yeah, I'll pay it. Within the next week and a half, he ends up breaking up with me.
So he paid the rent and then broke up with you.
He never paid it. So now it's coming up. The rent is going to be coming up again. And that was when he was supposed to be paying it. And he just broke up with me. But his family went to my social media. I'm a content creator.
But what I'm not getting, Brooke, is you've only known the man for a month. He only moved in just for a month. So you were paying your rent up until the 1 month he moved in. So why wasn't your finances together for the next month?
So the thing is, I had just lost. So I lost my job right before we went to Jamaica.
Okay, and you didn't have any savings.
I did have savings, and I still have some savings now. But I spent a big chunk of my savings. My sister's actually going to the Olympics, and I paid to go to.
We didn't ask nothing about your sister in the Olympics. So therefore, I already got a feeling you on that bullshit because you bringing up shit that don't even fucking matter.
France, because he told me he was going to pay the rent. So I paid for my trip I paid for all my stuff for France. So I spent a bunch of money to go to France. I'm supposed to be leaving for France on the 5th. And yeah, so that's why. Yeah.
Okay. And he went crazy in Jamaica. He went off. He ran around the whole resort. He cursed people out. You still allowed him to come back to stay with you and live with you. He was supposed to pay the rent when you guys got back. And then a week later, he decides to leave.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we now? Because you said it's an ongoing situation.
No, it's not an ongoing. I'm just upset about it.
Okay.
We're not still talking.
Okay.
You know, I got a feeling that she lying out of her ass. I just got a certain type of feeling. Because to me, it just seems like this woman is moving about life like she got all the time in the world. And for you to be this old and making these dumbass decisions, I'm surprised that you've made it this far.
And what makes you emotional? Because this is only a 1 month relationship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all together, yeah, it was like a month and a half. I don't know. I don't know why. I guess that's why I'm really talking to you, because I didn't understand why I get so attached. Like, why am I so attached? Like, I feel like it was more so just like believing what was being given, and like him giving me, like, buying everything, like him like really taking care of me. And I think that like really stems like my own issues and things that I'm already in therapy for. And I think that's more so why I'm upset, is because I'm trying to understand, like, why am I so attached? Why am I getting so attached to you? I don't even really know you. Why would I why would I let you stay in my house? Why would I do these things? But that's something that like I need to figure out within myself, because he's showing narcissistic behaviorisms, but I have to accept that in order for it to happen. And to say that he's the first person that I've seen that type of person before that I've dated in the past. So I'm seeing a different person, but it's the same person like that I've dated in the past. So I'm really just trying to understand more so me, like, internally what's going on and why do I keep like being like liking these type of people?
Yeah, and before we even get to love bombing, like I think you should definitely be in therapy, like because I'm stuck on a safety issue.
Yeah.
Someone being in your space
Yeah.
2 weeks, that means you have no boundaries.
Yeah.
That's what that says to a woman or a man.
It seems like she's unstable to me. She seems very unstable to me. And for you to just be willy nilly just letting a random ass dude stay with you after boy, this world makes me fear having one of these days having daughters. It makes me fear this shit.
You allow anything to go down. You don't, and it sounds like too like we don't have a standard. So that's something I want you to work on, your standards and your boundaries for safety reasons. And you said you guys were never intimate at all. Y'all never had.
Never. Not once. I promise. I have no reason to lie. I never had sex with him one time. And when the day that he broke up with me, he was like, "Well, there's a such thing as sexual compatibility, and we won't know if we're sexually compatible if we don't have sex before marriage." So, I mean,
So you lived with him, went on a trip with him,
yeah,
came back from a trip.
yep.
He's buying you all of the things.
Bought me a promise ring, everything. To not have sex until we were married. Yeah.
Oh, so and it's a promise ring tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. You seem okay. If I'm being honest, from the outside looking in, you don't seem disheveled or you don't seem upset about the situation.
I think I'm not upset with him. I'm upset with myself. I agree with you when you say like the lack of boundaries. And that's the main thing that I'm in therapy for is learning how to set boundaries and figuring out how I went from you can't even come into my house to you can. And I mean, like, of course, like, okay, you're letting me stay with you. You told me I couldn't stay with you. Now I'm staying with you. You probably eventually I was going to have sex with him. And he's like, oh, I done took her out the country. I'm taking her to work. I'm buying this. And she's still not having sex with me. Like, she really not going to do that. Like, that's the only boundary that you're keeping. And it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm upset with myself. And as I'm talking to you, like, it really is like hearing yourself out loud. And this is why I've been trying to like talk to
I don't know. It's hard to believe because if you don't have a boundary about around someone moving to your house, I don't see you having a boundary about not having sex. That's how that works. So if I will let you into my house, 2 weeks of knowing you, that means I allow anything. There's no walls, there's no guards, there's no working for anything. You know, and that's not me coming for you or anything, but that's my logic.
I mean, I understand.
I have a boundary there. Why would I then have one when you're in my house? And
This lady bullshitting. This lady is fucking bullshit, and I know she bullshit. You can't tell me that you allow this man to stay in your house. You barely know him, and you talking about you a celibate? You celibate? 2 weeks after knowing this man, you allow him to stay in your house, and you expect me to believe that this man not doing anything, not clapping cheeks, not nothing. I call bullshit.
I'm in my shorts and my little intimate stuff.
Yeah. No, I understand, but I mean, we never had sex ever. So that's my truth. And I understand that it doesn't make sense to outside people. And I understand that, like, in my head, I really thought that, I don't know why I really thought this was my person. And he was okay with not having sex with me as well. His problem was I was talking about us not having sex because my content is Christian content. I'm a Christian content creator. So I was talking about going on trips with.
Bro, you a Christian content creator and you got a man living up in your house as a Christian woman.
Yeah.
And you're not married. No.
But I wasn't having sex. That was.
You lukewarm Christians. I'm not having sex, but this man's living in my house. Bruh, come on now.
Was my logic in my head, and it doesn't make sense like that. I mean, it is like, I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I was like, okay. And when again, and the beginning, it didn't start with him living with me. It started with him staying with me, and then he just kept staying and staying and staying.
So if we're saying 2 weeks he moved in, then the beginning was the first 3 days. That's the beginning, technically. If he only moved in 2 weeks of you guys knowing each other, the
Right.
beginning would have to be the first day or the second day y'all met up.
Yeah, we started going like he took me on the date the first day that he met me.
Okay, so he took you on a date the first day that he met you and you let him into your house.
No.
But you said it was at the beginning. So 2 weeks, the second week he moved in. So the beginning would have to be the first 7 days.
Guess I'm not understanding your question.
Yeah, you said he moved in the second week.
Right.
And you said he came in from the beginning. From the beginning, he was with me. He moved in. So I'm assuming the beginning was the first 7 days.
No, he came within the first 2 weeks, like I said.
You said he moved in from the beginning. Brooks, come on now, baby. Come on. I'm grown, baby. I'm grown, Brooks. That I'm grown.
No, I
Brooks.
understand that you're growing. I have no reason to lie. That's why I'm coming on here. I'm more so coming on here to talk to you about my boundaries and like.
You should be going on there talking about your boundaries. You should be talking about your boundaries to yourself. I was born that light. I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night, is what she basically trying to tell your dumb ass. How is it that this woman had to break character to tell you about yourself and to damn point out the hypocrisy that you own, and you still don't get it? Boy, help a Lord.
Like a lack of them. If I'm coming on here to tell you that I let this man live with me, I went out the country with, like, what do I don't have a reason to lie. I'm not lying. I'm telling you exactly what it was. I'm telling you exactly that I had no badge. I'm telling you exactly that I let him stay with me.
You said he stayed with me from the beginning, meaning when you guys just met. So that
Well, I
means
mean,
it
I still
wasn't
feel like all of this is the beginning, right? It's a month and a half relationship. It's still the beginning.
No. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm thinking logically and technically. So if we're just speaking technically it would be the first 7 days.
So you're trying to say
Within
that
the
he
first
lived
7
with me
days,
within the first 7 days? That's what I'm not understanding.
within the first 7 days, he moved into your house.
No, it was not the first 7 days.
Okay, bro. Fair enough.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I'm literally telling you, it was the first 2 weeks. Like it was after the first 2 weeks. After I got my pass. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I'm just listening to you. I'm literally just listening
Yeah.
and just following up with questions.
Right. Oh no, I understand. Yeah. After he gave me the promise ring, after he took me on multiple dates, after they bought my flight, I saw him pay for the flight for me to go to Jamaica. After I seen him book the room, it was after all of those things, like the investments that were being made. And I was like, oh, okay, so you're serious about me. Because in my head, if a man is making financial investments in you, then he's serious about you.
That is the dumbest bit of logic I've ever fucking heard in my life. You need to go somewhere with that bullshit. Literally, you need to go somewhere.
Or at least that's what I was thinking at the time. But obviously that isn't the case, right? Because it was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, I can't even think about him. I'm just thinking about you as a young woman having a stranger in your house,
Yeah.
and you working on your boundaries and your standards. That's all I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah.
And I hope you are being honest. And I say that with love. I hope this story that you're telling right now, you're being 100% honest.
Oh, I am.
That's all I'm gonna say with that.
No, yeah, and that's why when you're saying that I don't look upset, it's because I didn't have sex with him. So since I didn't have sex with him, I don't have any soul ties to him. I don't have any, like, at the end of the day, I'm upset because I felt like this was my person.
Bitch, you just wasted everybody damn time that you went on a vacation with and his time. You just wasted everybody goddamn time. Because it seemed like he was playing in his face. Personally, I wouldn't have never allowed nobody to live with me after 2 weeks of knowing them. That's the first red flag. That means you stupid. Second of all, you talk about you thought this was your person only after dating for a month. So, This shit don't make sense. I'm sorry. This shit, she all over the fucking place, and it makes no sense.
But and I like thought like we went on trips together, and this is like it was more of what I created in my head, right? But I didn't have
That's the problem. Stay out your fucking head because apparently your head is screwed the fuck up.
sex with you. So at the end of the day, those ties and that misery and sliding down the wall, yeah, I have tears because I'm upset with myself, but not tears because I gave you all of me. Although I should have never let you in my house, and that's obviously a lesson that I needed to learn. Like, yeah,
I know when you joined the live, you were crying, you were emotional. So I'm assuming the relationship has affected you, you know,
yeah,
in
for sure.
some way. And when a woman cries, usually after a relationship, I think it's just more than what, you know, a guy giving you things. Usually there was some type of connection.
Oh
I
no, there
would
definitely was a connection for sure,
some
for
type
sure.
of physical connection.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't have sex. So I'm celibate. Like I've been celibate. That's something that I'm like very firm on and something that I need to become firm on in other ways. So
I'm getting real tired of these broads.
honestly ranting and talking to you is really like giving me also a slap in the face to myself, honestly. So that I needed.
You talking to this woman, it's made you think about a lot of shit. When in fact that, wow, the fucking stupid shit just keeps on coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, my advice to you is never allow any strangers in your home and really get to know someone first, you know?
Yeah.
Because you don't really know who people are, and that's dangerous. That's very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
So work on that. That would be my advice to you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, I'ma say it. That's a red flag. She's a whole red flag. And the fact of the matter is that she's that dumb, that delusional, that antsy about fucking having somebody in her house. Like, literally, chick. Like, you trying to get somebody. You trying to get somebody hurt. I'm telling you trying to get somebody hurt. And for you to think that shit's okay, and trying to hide behind the moniker of being a Christian celibate woman, you got a problem. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, channel, support the podcast on Spotify.com. I will see you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. If you want to subscribe to the Patreon, please do. Also, the cheapest tier I have is going to be $3. Please subscribe to that so I can give you more exclusive content. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.